Our discussion for today will be focused on your chapter 8, which is week 8 on your LMS. And since we already had discussed business ethics for Filipinos, including, I think you've already heard, I discussed the relation of religion to business ethics, yung mga nakaugalian ng Pilipino. It's also part of our discussion. That was our week 7 or week 6. And now, we will focus on the things that we usually do, or Filipinos usually do, the unethical behaviors business usually do to make more profit. People would be asked, lalo na ngayon, which one is better? Earning more or providing integrity? When you, deal with people. Ano bang mas karapat-dapat in Tagalog? Kailangan bang sa panahon ngayon mas kumita ka o mapagkatiwalaan ka sa pagkikipag-usap mo sa ibang tao? Alright? So, again, ulitin ko lang, as we had started discussing the subject, business ethics are moral principles that guides everyone. Okay? The way a business should and must behave. Okay? Those are the moral principles governed by what we call values. Just like what we had discussed in the previous chapter, we are talking of positive values. We are not just talking of kaugalian. We're talking of yung mga tamang kaugalian. And as much as you can recall, and I hope you do recall, we had discussion of principles, yung mga philosophers na nakaisip niyan. Right? We had discussed that even if it is very hard, sinabi ko na, very hard for you to do good, the philosophers advise us that we must still continue doing good. Right? So, business ethics is a study of business situation, activities, wherein you are required to make decisions if it's going to be right for you or for everybody. Right? Now, in business ethics, usually we apply what we call the word fairness. It should not be just fair for making profit and dealing with people. Honesty applies to every part of running business while you are making profit. Nowadays, I do not know if you're familiar, there are some people who are fooled, naloloko, because of the transactions made online. For example, I know you heard of people buying cell phones on Lazada, probably on Shopee, and then ang dumarating sa kanila is a package na ang nasa loob ay isang bato lang. That's not honesty, and that's still making a business. Imagine you paying worth 20,000 o sabihin na nating mura lang, 1,000 pesos. It's still a hard-earned money for that person who paid for that amount. So, every time you deal with people, if you talk about ethics, you must always apply or keep in mind honesty, integrity. Business ethics is usually applied and divided into two decisions. If you recall, we had a discussion about values, morality, last time. Pero hindi pa natin siya nirelate sa business. This time, your decisions, majority of those will be applied in dealing with people. Business na. Should you stand with quality and integrity while you make business, or should you go with bribery or child labor? Right? Those are the things. Imagine, kapag ka-quality yung product na ibebenta mo. For example, If you still and go with quality, mahal. Medyo mahal ang costing sa paggawa ng specific na produkto. When you go with integrity, ikaw pa yung naloloko when you deal with people, when you sell your product. But sometimes when you go on the negative aspect of your business, pag nag-bribe ka ng tao, mas malaki yung kita mo kasi mas mabilis yung demand para sa product mo, mas mataas. And another thing, another negative aspect that would make you more profit is the child labor. Imagine, bayaran mo yung bata na magtrabaho para sa'yo nang sabihin mo na 10 pesos per day o at the most 100 pesos per day. Hindi magre-reklamo yun kasi, well, that's the negative side of business. So would you go into that? I hope not. Ethical behavior and corporate, social responsibilities can bring significant benefits to every business. For example, when you deal with people, you attract customers to deal with your products, thereby boosting what we call sales. Mas marami kang benta or mas makikilala yung product mo. And when you get into that level, just like what we have right now, for example, is an Apple iPhone. Ang Apple iPhone, mapapansin ninyo, hindi na sila ganun karampant when it comes to advertising. Why? Kilala na sila eh. Regardless, kahit presyohan nila ng 100,000 per phone, yung kanilang products, wala kayong magagawa. If you really want to purchase that product, or kung gusto nyo talaga yung produkto nila, buy it at their cost. That is how they attract customers, the reliability of their product. Another is that make employees want to stay with your business to reduce labor turnover and therefore increase what we call productivity. These are the positive aspects when you deal with your employees. There are some employers, yung mga nagbi-business, wherein they do not care about their employees. For as long as kumikita yung business ko, maraming naghahanap ng trabaho ngayon, terminate their contract. Maghanap ka ng iba dun sa susunod lang sa gusto ko. And that's not integrity. That is not the proper way to handle manpower. Right? Of course, sila yung gumagawa or tumutulong sa'yo na maging successful yung business mo. You also have to make them happy. Dapat kontento sila. Unang-una, when you deal with employees, ano ang unang-una at primary na kailangan ng mga empleyado sa'yo? Ano ba ang unang-una nating hinihingi sa mga employer natin when we work for them? Guys, the number one is what we call what? No idea? All right. So the number one requirement is a good salary. Very good. That's the number one. Wala nang iba. And that's the correct term. Good salary, not just salary. All right? Why? Pwede kang pasweldohin ng below minimum. Ibig sabihin ng minimum is that there's a standard government mandated salary. Pag mas mababa doon, yung sinusweldo mo, sweldo pa rin naman yun eh. But that is not good. Right? That's the correct term. Dapat ang empleyado satisfied sa sweldo niya. Of course, if he's satisfied sa sinusweldo niya sa kumpanya na yan, magtatrabaho ng maayos yan. Sisipaging pumasok ng maaga yan. Or, in our case today, sisipaging magturo yan. Why? Properly compensated siya. Those are the things. Just like for students, just like you. If you guys are guided properly, there's no way for you to fail in exams, and so on. Or Kayo ipapasok, mag-attend ng mga virtual class ninyo, if ever, if you are properly provided kung ano yung mga kailangan ninyo. What are those? Right now, you need probably a laptop, cell phone, plus an internet provider. Those are the things. Of course, you cannot attend to your classes if you do not have an internet. You cannot attend to your virtual classes. Right? Those are the things. Another that would add up to business is that what we attract investors. It adds up to what we call capital. Remember that, guys. Majority of you belong in the ABM. And when you talk about capital, it adds up to the finances, which will be part of your financial rotation na pwedeng gastusin ng kumpanya to help the company succeed. Right? Next. Now, as we are discussing the ethical issues in business, we talk of the negative things na nangyayari as we go on with operations. Now, due to increased emphasis on business ethics over the last 3 decades, kasi noon pa pinag-aaralan ng ethics, business ethics to be exact, the field is suffering and is troubled by the lack of proper directions. And it is stuck in the issues like logic, reasons, and so on. Remember, may mga tao, when you deal with them, they will be telling you, they will inform you that sometimes bibili ka ng isang produkto, people would tell you, bakit ang mahal? You would ask, sir, ba't ang mahal ng produkto mo ngayon? And then this seller or these people would inform you, kasi pandemic ngayon, mahirap kumita, and so on. Those are the reasons that will be presented to you to make their pricing of whatever your product you're purchasing mataas. Right? But that should not be the case. Kung pwedeng irregular, ibalik sa mababang presyo lang yung product, there would be no need to increase the price. Right? So those should be monitored. Kasi yan yung sinasabi nating ethical issue. Okay? Sometimes yung iba sa atin sumasabay lang sa demand. For example, nagmahal yung puting t-shirt, kahit namumurahin yung puting t-shirt, mataas na yung presyo ng puting t-shirt, ibebenta ko siya ng mahal. Kasi yun ang uso. Right? Sooner or later, you will be having a discussion about that under your marketing. Right? All right. The past conception of the companies about ethical is business was related to administration of rules, regulations of each and every organization. Today, people from top management level and the business owners have understood that this concept of ethical issues in business is far superior than handling the rules and regulations. Sometimes you have to understand, or students nowadays must understand, that we have to break some of the policies that are being implemented by the company. It is to be on the positive end of, your customers. What am I trying to say here? There are wide ranges of issues related to business ethics. Okay? They are currently observed by the market analyst today. Ilan sa mga yan, yung sinasabi nating, ano ba sa Tagalog yun? Yung pagiging maunawain. Because of the situation, just like what we have right now, the demand for food is masyadong mataas. For example, and here you are, you're making still profit. Kumikita ka pa naman kahit hindi ka magtaas ng presyo para sa produkto mo. Why do you need to increase the price? Those are ethical issues. Para lang kumita ka ng mas malaki, ibebenta mo ng mas mahal kahit na sa regular price mo siya ibenta, kikita ka pa rin naman. So yung tinatawag na mapagsamantala. Okay? And do not get me wrong, majority of those people who do that are napafile ng kaso. Sinasabotahin nila yung ekonomiya. Right? Ethical issues can be varying in nature. They are divided into what we call professional ethics, employees' right issues, and the functional areas of business. Now, there are some people in the management area or the management department wherein they do take, advantage of their colleagues or employees. Yan yung sinasabi nating harassment. Right? Take note of those. Okay? They or the employers hired you to do specific task written in your job description. For example, in excess of those, pag wala na sa job description mo, you are not entitled to do that. You are not supposed, you're not supposed to do that. Okay? Kahit na yung simpleng ibili mo lang siya ng merienda, hindi yun ang in-apply mo sa kumpanya niya. Ang in-apply nyo sa kumpanya niya is an accountant. So you are basically to just compute numbers there. Okay? You have the right, na tumanggi. Lalo na if you think, guys, that it is abusive. In the current business environment, issues like fairness, justice, and honesty are the main issues that are posing complex dilemma to every business. The unfair treatment to employees. Nowadays, bihira ang kumpanya wherein they share the profit. At the end of every year, meron tayong kinatawag na, profit, dividendo, profit sharing. Okay? In the profit share, for those company who do that, napakaswerte nila. It means, magkano man ang kinita ng kumpanya for the whole year, they divide it among their employees. Of course, medyo mataas ng konti yung sa management, but everybody will have a share. That is being fair. And that should be applied for every business nowadays. Lalo na ngayon, lahat tayo nangangailangan ng support financially. Okay? Any wrong or biased decision can have a profound impact on the goodwill of the company as well as its market position. Going back to my example earlier, when you talk about Apple, the company is really very generous when we talked about employee benefits. You can have your research, do it. Hanapin nyo ano bang mga benefits ng isang empleyado ng Apple company. Okay? You can see it on the internet. Majority niyan nandyan sa internet. Gaano ba nila sinishare yung kinikita nila? Even the community that surrounds yung mga planta nila, yung manufacturing area nila. Right? First on the list is what we call the marketing function. The function of this business unit is to provide what we call understanding of the 4 P's of marketing. Okay? As stated there, yung sa mga hindi pa nakakalam, the 4 P's of marketing are product, price, place, and the promotion. Okay? In my college level, I usually increased it. Nadagdagan ko na yan. I made it 7 because of the Filipino application. But for you, 4 and the basic 4 P's of marketing is enough. Okay? When you deal with people, to summarize the marketing function, I do not know if you had seen a commercial of example, yung mga nakikita nyo sa billboard. Sa EDSA, for example, you see a person having a bite of a very large hamburger that would cost you just about 50 pesos lang daw. Napakalaki ng hamburger. And here you are, the desire to eat that specific hamburger na nakita nyo sa billboard is already there. And then, nung binili mo na yung hamburger na yan, you were very disappointed. Why? Napakaliit ng hamburger. It's what we call deceitful marketing. Sa picture, napakaganda nung, for example, napakalaki ng hamburger. Sometimes, mga cellphone, gaganda, relo, lalaki. Pagdating sa, when you already had purchased that product, you will be very disappointed. So please, you have to understand, ethics should be applied. What you see should be what your customer should get. Okay? People nowadays, business people nowadays, when you talk about marketing, is that they usually go with the price. Mas mataas yung value kesa dun sa mismong produkto. People would ask, bakit napakamahal ng produkto mo? Ito lang naman yung function. Ito lang naman siya. Another thing is that we sell the unwanted products dun sa mga tao na hindi naman nila kailangan. Just like, if you look at the screen, nagbebenta ka ng refrigerator sa taong nakatira sa Alaska, nakatira sa igloo. Ano niya yung refrigerator? Alam naman nating malamig sa area nila. Right? Marketing, you should find the right customer. The right customer for your right product. Okay? And another thing is that you sell the right product for the right customer. Okay? That's why the demand must be always related to what we call supply. Now, another department is what we call the accounting ethics. Okay? Accounting ethics help understand the importance of business code of ethics besides profit and loss, the balance sheets and financial statements. This is where tax fraud comes in. Although dito, in our country, we are already starting na hinuhuli. We already started, hinuhuli yung mga hindi nagbabayad ng tax. Right? So some of you already heard of some channels, TV channels, some stations, some companies na hinuhuli ng, well, government natin as of now. Yung mga malalaking kumpanya, even airlines. Okay? Sila yung mga tinatanong, bakit ganito kalaki yung tax mo, hindi mo pa nababayaran for ang tagal-tagal na. Alright? And that should not be the case. Dapat, when you're earning this much, your the tax percentage, the share of the government should be properly allocated. Dapat binabayaran ng maaga. Now, fundamental issues, the most fundamental or essential ethical issues that business must face is what we call integrity and trust. Just like what I've mentioned kanina, yan ang pinaka-basis ng problema ng ethics when it comes to business ethics. When it comes to every business, summarize na natin. When customers perceive that a company is exhibiting unwavering commitment to ethical business practices, a high level of trust can be developed between the business and the people it seeks to serve. Okay? Going back to my example earlier, why is it that people are still purchasing the Apple iPhone? Kahit umabot ng 100,000 pesos, Bakit marami pa rin bumibili? Why? because reliable. I would say I'm not an avid iPhone user, but people tells me that reliable yung phone. Less ang virus. Classic. Maganda. And the functionality, the you being friendly user, user-friendly, is there. So you are, as a customer, would really be satisfied. And not just that, they do update the system regularly. So those are the things that make the customers think that this company is really committed to satisfy my demand when it comes to my cell phone. Right? Diversity issues is an ethical issue that begins with recruiting what we call diverse workforce. Meaning, if you're in a company, you should expect different nationalities, heritage, and so on. Okay? Sa isang kumpanya nowadays, bihira, ang isang kumpanya na puro mga taga Luzon lang ang nagtatrabaho, o taga Mindanao, o Visayas. Right? There's a diversity of culture. Another thing is that when you talk about decision-making issues, the decision-making is not just with the management. It is also with the employees. How will he or will the management protect what we call his employees and the company? And the employee being part of the company, how should he perform well? He or she perform well? Those are decision-making issues. Compliance and government issues, just like what I've mentioned kanina, when you talk about what we call the law, taxes. Pag ang kumpanya hindi nagbabayad ng SSS ninyo, that's a standard contribution made by each employee nowadays, bawal yun. Monthly dapat nagre-remit ang company. And what we call the social networking ethics. Imagine yourself a part of a company. And then here you are, you talk about negative things about that company. You belong, for example, I belong in the Apple company. And then here I am posting negative issues about my company. That's unethical. Kasama ka dun sa kumpanya na yun eh. And yet, you talk negative things about that company. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you were still part of that company. Right? Now, the ethical and legal challenges surrounding the use of social media and its consequences in the workplace affects the business industry as a whole. Because employers across the nations are setting what we call policies now to protect not just the image of the company, but the employees themselves. Okay? Imagine yourself talking about negative things on a particular company na kasama ka. And then when people already hate that company, kanino sila galit? Sa kumpanya mo. Eh kasama ka dun sa kumpanya na yun. You're the one who started the fire. Right? The line between an employer's right to monitor employees and an employee's right to privacy can easily blur in this climate. It has to be clearly what we call derived. Meaning, though people may claim, sir, private life na namin ito. Whatever we say on our social media accounts are our opinion. Yes, but it still reflects on how you are being managed by the company. Kung paano kayo tinuturuan. For example, let's just make it micro. When you came from a family, when you come in a family na maayos magsalita, I cannot imagine each and every one of you na palaging, well, masama ang sinasabi. Kasi from the day that you were born, yung breeding sa inyo ay maayos. Nangingino po, good morning sir, good afternoon sir, maayos makipag-usap. Formality applies. I cannot imagine you na ang bibig ay, what do we call this? Laging nagmumura, pero ang magulang mo ay mahusay makipag-usap. So that's not possible. Unless there is something radical that, well, we should understand. Pero that's merely impossible as of now. The influence came probably outside, not from that company or not from that family. Okay? Now, just like what I've mentioned kanina, yung sinasabi nating harassment in the workplace. Now, it's not just females harassed by male boss, but nowadays, yung mga lalaki is also being harassed by their bosses. Okay? It can be in different situations. Okay? Usually in college, we study this. Bibigay ako ng time for them to do research on the most drastic. But on your end, it's just simply to understand na ang harassment doesn't just happen to females. Nangyayari din yan sa mga lalaki. Okay? And hindi lang din babae ang nangaharas. Sometimes kapwa lalaki din. Okay? This challenge can become more difficult when the image of the company is used to project a significant sexual charge. Okay? Kung mandatory, puro lalaki lang ang hinahire nila, there must be something about that company. Now, having what we call the study of business ethics and applying them on every business have what we call the advantage. Okay? Just like yung sinabi ko kanina, example about the company, the Apple company, is that business ethics offer companies a competitive advantage. So yung mga nakabili na, for example, ng Apple iPhone, they no longer think of other brands. Wala na yung Samsung, wala na yung Huawei, wala na yung Oppo, and so on. Goodwill of the firm hikes depending on its response towards its ethical issues. Meaning, they have what we call the customer service. For example, may problema, we talk to them. We talk to you. We will reply the soonest. Okay? And the last one is through increasing morale and trust, business can increase their what we call market share, which leads to profit. Okay? Publicity due to well and ethical performance of the company, words of mouth, yan yung nangyayari ngayon. When it comes to selling of a product, words of mouth means hindi mo na kailangang bumili ng artista o ng commercial para i-publish yung product. Once a customer is satisfied, he will inform the others. And that is what we call words of mouth. Alam ko, naririnig nyo na yan yung mga yan. Hindi nyo palang naintindihan. For example, when somebody tells you, Brad, sir, maganda pala, masarap pala yung tinda dun sa tinapay na paninda ni dun sa kanto, yung pangalan ng bakery na yun. Then that person would now be interested. Ganun ba? Sige nga, punta nga ako mamaya. I'll try to purchase a bread from that company. That is what we call the words of mouth. Okay? And that is the cheapest. Hindi mo na kailangang mag-sample. Kasi siya mismo bumili na. A customer had already purchased a product. Satisfied na. Alright? Next. Of course, if there's an advantage, there's what we call the disadvantage. Business ethics reduce a company's freedom to maximize profit. Of course, if you're talking about integrity, kailangan gastusan mo talaga yung product mo. Okay? The customer should really be satisfied. Of course, para masatisfy mo sila, kailangan maganda yung product mo. And when you sell that product would be really costly para sa kanila. Right? That's the bad side of it. And in conclusion, now that we understand the idea of business ethics and how is it applied in what we call businesses, it is important to practice good and ethical behavior. Leading by example, teaching by example, being what we call a role model, these are all things that that will come if we practice ethical behavior and choose to make the best and right decisions. Another thing, one of the most formidable challenges in avoiding immoral management and transitioning from an amoral to a moral management, mode of leadership, behavior, decision-making, and so on, and practices would be what we call ethics. Moral management requires ethical leadership. All right? Now, for the last, I will just be reading the last bullet. If moral management model is to be achieved, definitely managers need to integrate ethical wisdom in guiding the company, employees and all, and definitely that company will succeed.